Okay, we're starting on the compound today. So first, we're gonna go ahead and spur out our pad. You can use anything to spur it out with. This is a double-sided 3M pad. Oopsies. Of course, you know, we're using start level R. Always rinse out my pads the next day, applicator pad, because it does help spread the level R easier. Now, since this boat is black, it's pretty chilly out here a little bit, but the surface is really hot. I'm gonna make sure I put enough on there. Don't dry up immediately. I'm just gonna work in this little section right here. Spread it in there real good. And I'll have a separate video showing you guys how to compound between the boat letters. I'm not gonna focus too much in there right now. I'm just gonna take some extra time to do this. This is such a small, tight area. I put it on 1,000. After I get it worked in, I put it on 1,800. Work it in real good first, and after all the compound is going, you're gonna turn it up and smooth out and burn those scratches. Well, not like burn the scratches, but melt the scratches the best you can, so that polishing will be easier. You can use some pressure, you can push down some, not too hard, but just enough to work that compound in and help get rid of some scratches if there's any there. Now we sanded this pretty good. We finished off at 3,000, so we don't have barely any scratches to worry about. Now I'm gonna have to come back and do up in this little thing again. All right, now I'm gonna turn it up. Hold it kind of flat, not too flat. If you hold it too flat, it'll come back and jerk. Okay. Now we're gonna spur out our pot again. Wait, screw that off. And now when you're done compounding, I don't know if you can see in the video, you're gonna have a lot of holograms in the gel coat. No matter what color the boat is, you're gonna have holograms. And that's where polish is gonna come in and get rid of those and bring out more of a gloss and shine.
Now, if this surface was cooler and the sun wasn't right on it, I'd be able to work in a little bit more of a bigger section just because it wouldn't be drying up. Using about that much. I always kind of overlap a little bit where I stop, just because that's where the level R thins out from spreading it. And in little areas like this, you don't want to make sure you put enough just because it's hard to get to. Now, since this rub rail is white, I'm not worried about taping it off because it will clean out good. Now, if it was just plain old rubber, then yeah, I would tape it. Make sure you put enough up in there where we had a hand sand. Now you see where it thins off right here? That's why you always want to overlap it. Turn it back down to 1000.
Keep it tilted while you're working in. I like to move it back and forth, just like this. Working in little tight areas like this, you're gonna have to keep twisting it and flipping it to get in there just right. Very aggravating, but it can be done. You can turn it up. Oh, there's a fucking bee in that video. Sorry. Now, when you turn it up like that, you want to make sure you keep it moving way faster
than you would when you're first working compound in, or you can burn through the gel coat. Will you give me a rag? You don't want to hold it just in one spot or it will burn it. Now that has happened before. It's no big deal. What you got to do is you got to come back and wet sand it. It's just on the surface. It did not go through the gel coat. Wet sand it and start over. Now on black boats, once you go to compound, if you're still seeing scratches, you need to just stop compounding and wet sand again. Depending on how deep your scratch is, say if it's pretty deep, hit it with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 again. It's almost, yeah, all you see is swirls. I'm gonna move the camera here in a second, you'll be able to see it. Now yesterday, once we finished wet sanding, we went ahead and did a test area. And once we did that test area, we seen too many scratches that we did not like, and I don't want to see it, the customer don't want to see it. So we just started over and hit it again. So let me show you if you can see it, the holograms. Yeah, we like working in the sun because you can actually see what you're doing. I guess you can see it like that. But yeah, you don't want to stop right there. You want to keep going, get it as perfect as possible. Now this is a 2018 Regal. The thing that's different between these boats and the older boats, like an older Sea Ray or something, this gel coat is a lot harder. It's a lot harder to wet sand. So make sure you get plenty of paper to wet sand with because it's a very hard gel coat. And plus what made it even more difficult is somebody had recently compounded this without wet sanding. And of course oxidation came right back, but the oil was still on there. Same thing if you just wax over a boat with oxidation, that oil is going to be on there, and that oil is actually going to make the gel coat hotter once the sun is sitting on it because oil does heat up. So just do it the right way. I'll go ahead and put this on a time lapse. It's going to take some time to do, but we got this whole bottom side to do, top, the arch. We're going to polish it, and then we're going to get started on the next side.